So the combination of one guy sneezing, one guy wheezing, and one of your parents coming by to ruin it for you, I think this is where the beatbox really came from. What? Thank you. Whether you hear it, whether people say it to you, whether they even acknowledge it themselves, the truth is you're appreciated. The job you have is phenomenal, and I am blown away with the relationships that you guys build in just such a short time. When we had Presley, my daughter, and the nurse that she had, a male nurse at the hospital, was the greatest. She had to be in the hospital for a week and a half. He made it heaven for her. It was phenomenal. I could not believe it. I could have easily been like, what's this guy doing, messing with my wife? But he turned it. It was like, I'm here. And I was like, you do whatever you need to do. You're amazing. He was. He made the situation so great for her. To this day, when we talk about her going into labor, it is a great story.
Talking out early in the morning, talking in late at night. You can pull a 12-hour shift, still make you feel alright. You don't eat, don't sleep, don't eat, it don't matter. It's how you do. Listen to what I say is true. We can't do without you. Na, 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 na. Kinda hard to guess one song, because they wrote about 150 billion songs in these 4 chords. I'll prove a great point here. Oh, won't you stay just a little bit? Hey, baby, I wonder, would you be my lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, lollipop? But oh, every day things are getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Dream, 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 big girls, they don't cry.
Progression of our lives. Again, we get up, take the kids to school, go to work, have lunch, get home, have entertainment, dinner, whatever it is. And we all have so you guys probably have a really super similar progression. The point of that, those are the same exact chords, 4 chords, totally different songs. We remember them for completely different reasons. What is your melody? What is your song? What song are you going to sing that is different than the person sitting next to you? Your gift, your talent, what makes you unique? I had to learn that about myself. I had to see the value in the gift that I had. And it wasn't until that I started getting real satisfaction out of it. You got to realize when I show up for an audition, there's 150 guys that look just like me. How am I going to stand out compared to them without being big and boisterous and obnoxious? But when I created that relationship with them, things started happening. When I would get on stage and I wasn't clicking with the audience, I would start doing my consensus. How many of you guys like this? Are you guys this? To start figuring them out because I was there for them.
We're gonna wheel you in, you'll feel just fine after I stick this needle into your behind. First we get you see, and then we'll take a sample of your pee, cause this is what it's like to work here.
If you were looking through a telescope, you're looking at a certain constellation of stars, you're looking for a planet, and you just shift that telescope just a little bit, just the smallest amount, you're going to see a whole new different world. I would never ask a group of people who are as selfless, how much you give, how generous your lives and your jobs are. I would never ask you to do anything more. I'm just asking you to try something new. Try something different. A mind shift where we have to be willing to do something a little bit new, but we also have to realize that it might not work. You got to be reasonable about your mind shift. This is what it would be like if Snoop Dogg sang Elvis Presley's Teddy Bear.
Oh, let me be. Yo, Teddy Bear, wave your hands in the air like you don't even care. I say, put a gold medallion round my neck and lead me anywhere. Like Compton of the LBC, I'm down with D-O-double-G. Oh, let me be your T-E-double-D-Y bear. I don't care. Peace, I'm out.
What if President Obama decided to do a Taylor Swift song? Should I or shouldn't I? We will never, ever, let me be clear, ever get back together. One Direction sings Bluegrass. You're insecure, can't say with verb. You're turning heads when you shovel in the horse manure. In overalls, you're splitting laws. You're so cute when you're out for feeding hogs. Everyone else on the farm singing, everyone else but you. Baby, you light up my land like a new, but like the way you spit out your back is really out of sight. Although you're missing most of your teeth, you got a real good bite. You don't know, you don't know you're pretty.
The team that you work with should be like your family. It may seem dysfunctional, but so are families. Some of these patients, you're their only family. They don't have anyone to take care of them. Some of their families, you guys know this, some of their families don't want them. In those moments, you're more their family than anyone. And so I like to try to put myself in a position to where I have the opportunity to fail so that it's not a big deal. I'm not going to shrivel up and die up here because I failed.
You don't have any hobbies?
Parenting.
Parenting is a hobby? Alright, that's okay, that's fine. That's a noble hobby. Earl? Ina. Earlina. Lena. Earlina. Somebody needs to give her a microphone. Earlina. This girl named Elena. I put her name in a song. Well, she likes to make her patients laugh, even if they pronounce her name wrong. I like to say hello to my clenched knuckle. Hello. Hoo-ha! Monique, no need no mic. Sometimes I eat burritos, sometimes I eat fajitas. Hoo-ha! Nice. Now there's spit on my microphone.
You have these patients that aren't within the guidelines, they aren't within protocol, they aren't within rules and regulations. They show up into what they think is their house. The only step to take is how you're going to respond to it, how you're going to deal with it. Before I go on, the client says, you are going to be funny, aren't you? You paid, you watched my video, you know everything I do, and a minute before I go on, you want to know if I'm going to be funny. I mean, this is the same feeling you guys get when, do I have to pay for parking? I want to talk about billing face-to-face, all those things. What I knew I had to do is, I have them, when they say, are you going to be funny? I say, we're going to have the best time. It's going to be so much fun. If your audience isn't connecting with me right away, I've got like 10 tricks that I do that gets them. I'm going to have them on stage with me. They're going to be laughing. We're going to have a fun time. I will spend an hour trying to connect with your audience. That wasn't an easy place for me to get to. That's what you guys have to figure out for yourselves. Well, I get to live my dream in front of people, and get to create things, and I get to do it in front of noble people with honorable jobs. And that's huge, and I want you to be inspired by that. I also want you to inspire your team when you go back with some of the things that I talked about.
Say the A to the I to the D to T. Say you gotta tell no one it means to me. Acknowledge the patient with your attention. Introduce yourself, make it fun. Duration tells them how long it will take. Explanation helps the tension break. Thank them once, thank them again. Now go back and do it again. I said ate it, that's the only way we're gonna make it. Ate it, how we do it at Henry Ford. Now when I say the letter, you guys gotta scream out the word, okay? I said aid. I understand the situation you're in. I said soon you will be on the mend. I said T. Thanks. Appreciate it. Until we meet again, I said ain't it. That's the only way we'll make it. I said ain't it. How we do it at Henry Ford. Thank you guys.